Hey all, Dr. Paul Borosky here, and in this video what I'd like to do is tell y'all how I implement my organized plan growth strategy for small businesses. Please keep in mind I am not your typical business consultant. I'm not going to come into your organization not prepared on site and just offer you some just lame advice or thoughts or ideas or give you antidotes of how things happened 20 years ago and just tell stories. That's not the game that I play. What I do is I implement my organized plan growth strategy from start to finish. And when you are done, when I leave, you are going to have a solid foundation from which to grow, a direction to grow to, and structured actions daily that you can take in order to implement the changes that needed. But anyways, that's just a real quick overview of my plan in action. Let's go ahead and just take a look at how I implement my plan. And before I get into how I implement my organized plan grow, let's go ahead and talk about what the heck it is. And the organized plan grow system that I came up with, I came up with that from years of working with small business owners and writing their business plans and providing consulting. And over the years and through my experiences, I've noticed that a lot of organizations, they don't have structure. They don't know where they're going, and then they wonder why their business is in chaos. And so what I've done is I've come up with a plan which is organized, plan, and grow. Organized means we are going to go ahead and create business plans. And I don't just mean a general business plan. I mean an operating plan, a marketing plan, a standard operating procedure manual, and a business plan. If you don't know what your business is supposed to look like, how are you supposed to convey that to your employees? And how are you supposed to expect them to operate the business like you want it to be operated if you don't have these documented plans? So the first step is going to be organize your business. The second step is to go ahead and give you somewhere to go. If you're just working in your business on day to day, well, guess what? You're just going to be spinning your tires. You're going to be growing if it's luck has it. You need some kind of strategic plan. You need to know where you're going. So the second stage of my organized plan grow is to plan for your growth. We're going to go ahead and set objectives where you want to be in 5 years and then work backwards to creating daily issues or daily steps that you need to take in order to grow your business. And then finally, the grow segment of the organized plan grow. And that means taking dual actions. Work on your business, pull your business. We now know what your business looks like through creating the plans. We now need to take daily actions to align your current business with your planned business. And then also you need to start taking daily actions to grow your business. You know where you want to go, and we've got daily plans of actions in order to get you there. You now need to start executing those daily actions to get there. So that's pretty much in a nutshell what the organized plan grow means. So let me go ahead and tell you all how I implement that. And the first step to my organized plan growth strategy is the initial consultation. In this consultation, we're going to go ahead and talk about your business. What do you do, how you do it, where you do it, why you do it, when you do it, how many employees you have, how long you've been in business, if you've even started it up or not. Whatever it is, we're going to go ahead and have a discussion about that. We're also going to discuss your current issues. Where is your business at this point in time? Is it what you want it to be? Is it in chaos? If so, why? And from that discussion, just keep in mind, I'm not your typical business consultant. I'm not going to come in there and put Band-Aids on your problems, offer you quick fixes, and just, kick it down the road. We're going to fix your business starting from scratch. We're going to offer you a solid foundation through the business planning, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to give you a trajectory to grow through the strategic planning, and then we're going to execute. It's not a typical business consultant where I come in there, fix problems, and be gone, and then a week or month later, you have the same problems, except now you have more business. So you have more of the same problems. Not going to do that. That's not my game. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to determine your best course of action. Do you want to go ahead and purchase the templates that are industry aligned and do the planning yourself and go ahead and create your own strategic plans based on my templates? Or do you want to go ahead and have me come in there and do in-person consultations? And what I do for the in-person consultations, it could be 1 day, it could be 2 days, it could be more. Anywhere in the U.S. or Canada, I'm there. So that's the structure, is we're going to then determine, are you going to do it yourself, or do you want me to come in there and help you? And the next step is a pre-launch call. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and send you the some questionnaires, and this is going to give you the opportunity to go ahead and fill out as much information as possible. The more information you tell me about your business before I get there or before we jump on a call, the better prepared I am going to be for our initial call as well as for my insight visit. So give me as much information as possible on those questionnaires, or give me as little information as you want. It's completely up to you. The more I get up front, the better, but I can work with however you want to play it. And the next thing we're going to do is once I get that questionnaire back is we're going to go ahead and we're going to have a phone call for about 30 to 60 minutes. And on that call, I'm going to ask you some clarification questions. I want to, again, gather as much information as possible up front before I get on site so I can go ahead and create the documents needed in order to best help once I get there. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next. And the next step is the actual in-person consulting day one. Please, please, please understand I am not your typical consultant. Once I arrive on your site, day one, I am going to have your operations plan and your organizational chart, your marketing plan, your standard operating procedure manual, the business plan, the financial model, and strategic plan all set, ready to go, customized based on your information. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend about 3 or 4 hours the first day, having discussions with you, taking a look at your operations, talking to your employees, and just gathering more information. We already talked. I got a lot of information from you. Now I want to see what's going on. And I'm going to spend about 3 to 4 hours day one at your site, just gathering information and just discussing the information with you and your employees. And then what I'm going to do after the 3 or 4 hours, I'll go back to the hotel where I'm staying, and I'm going to go ahead and optimize those plans based on the information that I've gathered. And for day two and moving onward, depending on how many days you want me on your site, this point, when I walk in day two, I'm going to have your plans ready to go, and we'll go ahead and we'll sit down and we'll go ahead and go through the finalized plans. I'll make whatever changes you need me to make for any of those plans right there and then. And then once we're done with that, I'll go ahead and give you a digital copy of those plans. And once I get back to my office, I will go ahead and have those plans finalized. I'll print them out. I'll put them in a 3-ring binder, and I'll go ahead and I'll supply you with a printed version of all the plans as well. Once that is done, this is where we start executing and making changes in your business. I work with you now hand in hand to execute the daily plan of action. We've got your strategy. We know where you want to go. We know what objectives need to be done. All that stuff's done in the planning, and we know what actions you need to take on a daily basis for business growth, and we start executing those, and I work hand in hand with you to execute those plans. Also, we need to start taking your business of where it is now in operations and better align it with the documented paper plans, because you guarantee your business, the way it's operating now and what you want it to look like, is not going to be in alignment, or you wouldn't be in complete chaos. And I'm going to work with you hand in hand, and we're going to go ahead and take daily actions to better align your current business with the documented plans, as well as identify some other issues that you have within your business, and again, start taking actions with those. So day 2 on is going to be action, 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 and I can be on site for 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, however long you need me there to implement the action plans that we have set. All right, hopefully this information was helpful. Let's go ahead and wrap it up and sum it up. As promised, a little bit about myself. Again, Dr. Paul Borosky, owner of Quality Business Plan. I am a business growth consultant. I work with small business owners as well as startups in the U.S., Canada, and around the world. And the primary service that I do provide is implementing my organized plan growth strategy. I'm also a business plan writer as well as a financial modeler, which just simply means as I create financial models for small businesses, whether it's for cash flows or pro forma financial projections. And then finally, I am an adjunct professor and subject matter expert for both business and finance. All right, let's go ahead and jump right into the organized plan growth strategy. And hopefully you'll find this information helpful. Again, Dr. Paul Borosky here, owner of Quality Business Plan, and my main service that I provide is helping small business owners implement my organized plan growth strategy. I also provide business plan writing and financial projection models. I do organizational management, fractional COO, CFO services, and this in general business consulting. If you need some service, feel free to reach out. Thanks.